Some culinary delights are born out of experimentation. Others, years of refinement. But today, we're going to talk about the road less chosen, the path less walked, those delights born out of necessity. When I was in Sweden, back many years ago, I was a wee lad of 18. We had this dorm, and in the dorm we had this kitchen. And right before we left for spring break, there was some young men. They didn't clean their rooms. And as punishment, the school decided to take away the whole dorm's kitchen privileges, which I didn't feel was fair, considering that it was one or two boys that ruined it for everyone. Regardless, there was one evening that I was particularly hungry. And all I had with me was a bag of rice. I thought to myself, how am I going to cure my hunger? How am I going to make sure that I don't die of starvation? And I looked around and I thought to myself, you know what I need? Is a water kettle. We don't actually have one of those, do we? Shoot. MCC? We found it. It's the water kettle. It should, I think it should do the trick. $5, pretty good deal. So, we got the water kettle. So, to bring you back into the story here, I'm in my room. I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to make this work? I could take the kettle and pour it into, you don't have any bowls. Imagine this as a bowl, okay? I could take it. I could put the rice in here, I could pour it in, then I could strain it out, kind of going back and forth. But that's just gonna take too long. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of unnecessariness. I could put it into the water kettle. I could just put the rice right in, but then it gets stuck on the bottom, kind of like all crusty and stuff, and that's kind of difficult. What if I suspended it in a fabric tube? I had a sewing kit. You know what I could do is sew myself together a little fabric tube. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. I already have a fabric tube. My sock! Dude, it's tube fabric, okay? Why don't I just put the rice straight, this is actually gonna work pretty good. I'm gonna go like this, put the rice right into the sock. All right, so you got the rice in there, right? It's all ricey. Then you're gonna take it at the top. You're gonna make a knot, okay? This so the rice doesn't get out. And then what you're gonna do, come follow me, Karsten. All right. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the sock rice, okay, and you're gonna rinse it off. Make sure you get all that starch out. So you're gonna take it like this, kind of rinse it around like that. Make sure it's all nice and good. You're gonna let it drain a little bit. See, you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to do this normally, because normally your rice is just in the pot. But there, okay. All right, let's go back. All right, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your rice that's in your sock, and you're just gonna. All right, you're gonna take the sock, and you're just gonna push it all the way in there, and then you're gonna want to make sure you leave a little bit of it out so that it doesn't go all. I'm gonna need some power. This thing, it's not plugged in. Ben, would you mind? There we go. Now we got power. So while this is cooking, I want to explain to you some of the benefits of using this cooking method. Okay. Normally, you're gonna have to figure out the right water to rice ratio. Not so with this cooking method. You can use as much water as you want, and it's just gonna be able to pull right out of there and drain really nice.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So, once your rice has been in here for the allotted amount of time, see the packaging for more instructions, you're gonna take it and just take it out. So, you got your bowl here, you're gonna there we go. Okay, so you take your rice sock, you're just gonna untie it, and kind of just, oh my gosh, there's so much rice. All right, then you're just gonna kind of let the rice come out. There you go, look at that. Look at that cooked rice, look at that. Look, can your oven do that? I don't think so. I think your pots and your pans don't get rice this good. There we go, look at that. Beautiful, B-E-A. Beautiful. Okay. So you just go rinse that off. We'll do that later. I'm gonna rinse my hands off though. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is grab your package of Korean rice flavoring and attempt to read Korean and fail instantly. Oh, there's 3. That's helpful. You can do this 3 times. You can make sok and a rice 3 different times. Rice and a sok. Take your bowl. Take your flavoring. I think it's just, yeah, it's like you make ramen, you know, where you just put the packaging in, but you just make the rice separately. And then chopsticks in order to mix it up. Look at that. And just like that, in a few easy steps, you too can go from having only a sok and a water kettle and rice to making yourself a full-grown meal. Look at that. You're an adult. All right, so now we're gonna take this and we're gonna see how it tastes. Actually tastes pretty good. I like the, yeah, I have no idea what flavoring this is, but it tastes a little bit like got some seaweed in there. So, to finish up my story from before, as to what happened in Sweden, when I was there, making myself some rice. I put the rice in the kettle, just like I showed you here. Something you should know, when you're cooking with the kettle, okay, this thing, it's gonna switch off, okay? You need to make sure that you're either standing by it, to make sure it switches back on so it keeps boiling for the full time, or you put a weight on it, like I did. And you leave for 20 minutes to go do chores and nearly burn down the whole place because it was left on for 20 minutes and it shouldn't do that. There's a reason it switches off. I digress. Point is, I got back and yeah, everybody's a little bit upset with me. I set off the fire alarm and I'm gonna burn down the place, whatever. Do you want to try?
Yeah, I'd like to.
All right, no. It's unsanitary to use the same chopsticks.
That's right.
How do you feel?
Like I got your foot in my mouth.
Thanks for joining us today on Riley's Cooking Hacks channel thing. Join us next time for more hacks about things other than rice in a kettle, because little did you know, there's more things to be learned about cooking than just rice and kettles.
I knew little before I came here, so this is true.
And now you know more.
Now I know more.
Look at that. Okay. Shoot, that was that was a sneeze. It was right there. It was on the tip of my nose. And then I coughed, and now it's not there anymore. Oh, the tickle back. The tickle's back. Oh gosh. Anyway, make sure you like and subscribe and all that jazz. See you next time.